welcome back, my peeps. Today we're going to make an ice cream cone. I know we've made ice cream cones before, but today we're going to make one with clay. Because I know that you guys have a lot of clay, and like I told you in another video, I'm going to start doing a lot of more clay stuff, because spackle is really expensive, like I said before, and I know a lot of you guys can't buy spackle or find it at Dollar Tree, and I know that you guys been buying clay, because that's like, you know, as time goes on, things evolve, right? We started with Model Magic, we did spackle, and now we got air dry foam clay, and people have been buying it but not really using it. So I'm going to try to make it my mission to help you guys use your clay. Don't be afraid of the clay, and just use it. So we're going to make an ice cream cone today. And I have this big cone here. It's going to be a pretty big cone. So I showed you guys how to do this before in another video, and I'll link it down below, or leave a little card up at the corner where you could click on that. Okay guys, so I showed you guys how to make this cone before. This is a Dollar Tree cone, foam cone, and this texture here is, it's called non-slip rug underlay. You get this from Dollar Tree. It's in this section where they have the home stuff, like shower curtains and things like that. So basically I just took a piece of this, wrapped it around here, and painted it. I have a video showing you guys how I did that. Like I said, I will link it down below so you guys can go make you one. Okay? So you're going to need 2 foam balls. These are 3-inch balls. They do sell foam balls at Dollar Tree. You can use those. It doesn't matter. I'm using what I have, and you use what you have. So I had these round, smooth foam balls, and I'm going to use this. And I'm going to make it like a double scoop, okay? So I already stuck a toothpick in mine, which I'm going to glue down real quick because I don't want it to go anywhere. So I'm going to stick it in there, because you're going to stick your foam balls in the toothpick so it won't move, okay? So now for the bottom foam ball, you're going to have to cut off a piece from the bottom, a very small piece from the bottom, and a very small piece from the top. And then the second one, you're just going to cut a small piece from the bottom, so like they could stack on each other like this. Okay, they fit nicely together. All right, so we're gonna start. This is the top, so we're gonna start with the bottom. I'm gonna remove my toothpick, and I'm gonna cover it with clay. We'll move this over here because we really don't need this. We just need the foam balls and some clay. Okay. I'm going to make chocolate. I'm going to use brown clay, because I always make like a strawberry. I don't know why I always make strawberry cake, ice cream. But I want a chocolate one this time. So I got me some brown clay. And if you need to order you some clay, I have a link down below where you can get you some. So I'm just going to roll this out. Where's my rolling pin? Let's put these over here so you can see what I'm doing. And don't have anything blocking the view. It's just going to be rolled out. There's no precise measurements, thickness, or anything like that. I'm just rolling. Okay. Now you don't want to make it too thin, and you don't want to make it too thick, because if you make it too thin, there's a possibility it could crack. Okay, and if you make it too thick, it could crack. I know clay is a little finicky, just like Model Magic. It's the same thing. So let's see if I could cover my ball. So which is the bottom, which is the top? I'm so confused with myself. Okay. So, ow, I'm about to burn myself with the hot gun. With the glue gun, so I'll turn it that way. So you're just going to take your clay and basically you're just going to, okay, so look, you don't want this. You see this? I got like a little crack. You don't want that. Because that, when it starts shrinking, it's going to crack. So we don't want that. We don't want cracks in it. We want smooth, nice, smooth clay. Okay? So if it has a crack in it, do it over. Like how I'm doing right now. Because when it starts shrinking, the crack gets bigger. Okay? And we do not want that. So, make sure, be careful. Like, right now my nails are pretty long and I'm just like, my nails has been hitting everything just like it hit that just now. So you got to be careful when you roll out your clay. That your nails get any air bubbles you see. Like I got an air bubble right there. Make sure you get that before you continue. Oh, there's another air bubble right here. Get it. And then roll it. Alright, so this side is usually smoother than the other side. So that's the side I'm going to use. And I'm just going to put it. All you're going to do is just make sure you cover your ball. You're going to have extra clay on the bottom, which is fine. Just make sure you smooth out all your edges. Okay? And you're going to have all this extra clay. And just grab it up. Now you don't have to worry about it being too perfect because we're going to put texture on it. So now if it has too much clay on the bottom, make sure you get it up. Okay? Flatten it down. Make sure you got like I said, you don't have to worry about too much about how smooth it is because you're going to put texture on it anyway. So you're going to get your cone and you're going to just slide your ice cream. I should put glue on there, right? Some tacky glue at least. Let's put some tacky glue on there. Make sure our cone does not go anywhere. So I'm going to spread it with my finger. And that's that. Okay. And now I'm going to put my ice cream back on. Smooth it out a little bit. Like I said, it doesn't matter because we're going to put texture on here. Okay. That's one. Now we got to cover the other one. And I'm going to stick my toothpick in there. Make sure I have my toothpick so it'll hold on. Now this clay really stretches out a lot. So you don't really need a whole bunch of it. But you do have to make sure you condition it, okay? No matter what kind of clay you use, you got to condition it. Polymer clay, Model Magic, any clay that you get, you got to make sure you condition it, okay? Get it going. All right. Now I'm going to roll this out. Probably got too much here. I'm going to take some of it off. I don't need all of this clay. Don't need that much. I'm going to show you this other tool. Y'all won't be like, think I'm crazy. To make the swirl for the top. And I bet y'all got one. And if you don't have one, you can find it at the thrift store. Alright, make sure you get all the air bubbles. Because those will crack too. I needed to get the bigger Teflon sheet, but you know, I didn't feel like looking for it. And this is what happens. I think this is good enough to cover my ball. I will stretch it out a little bit more. And then I'll look on the underside. Yeah, see how that's much smoother than than the other side. So just put your clay on there. Now you don't want to push down on it because it's going to tear if you push down on it. Uh-oh, I got a hole right there. And that's not going to be good because when it dries, it doesn't matter. This is the top anyways. It's going to be covered with stuff. Alright, let's go. Now, what I was saying is, you don't want to push it down. You just want to take it and kind of like pat it down. Because if you push it down, it's going to tear your clay. This is like fondant. Just like covering a cake with fondant. Same process. So now get your clay at the bottom. Make sure you grab all of that excess that you do not need. Smooth it out. Just go like that. But you want some of the clay to hit the bottom. Because when it starts shrinking, you don't want it to like creep up. Okay? So you want to make sure you have your clay on the bottom. And then you can just smooth it out. Okay? And it, like I said, don't have to be too smooth because we're going to put some texture on this. So I'm going to bring the cone over here. And I'm going to, I already have a hole. So I'm just going to put it right on top. It's kind of heavy for this thing now. But I really don't have anything to hold it up. Hold on. Let me get a, you know what, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this glass I have right here. Now you can put it on a stand like this if you want to. Okay? I really don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. But I just wanted to make this for you guys. Okay? That's too tall, right? You can't even see what I'm doing. We can't have that. Alright. I got to figure something out here. But where's the little... Oh, put it over here. I think if I put it in the middle, it'll be good. Yep. I just got to make sure I hold it. Prop it up properly. Still kind of tall though, right? Let's go up a little bit. That's it. I want y'all to see what I'm doing. What's the point, right? Why am I putting the clay away? I need the clay. Right? So you're going to take some clay and we're going to, wait, first we're going to texture this. So I have this, it's like a nail brush. Got it from Dollar Tree. And you're just going to go in there and you're just going to texture your ice cream. Just texture it. You could take your toothbrush. If you have a toothbrush, you can use that. You don't have to use this. Matter of fact, about to go get a toothbrush. Thought I had one right here, but I don't. Just, you know, texture. And then, you know, if it looks too textured, you could just always smooth it down. But try to make sure you have a little texture in all the spots, okay? Now, this is more like a whimsy type ice cream cone. So it's not gonna look like a real ice cream cone. So I got my toothbrush here, and I'm gonna hit that with my little toothbrush. And I know you guys are gonna ask me where I got this little stand from. I got it from the thrift store. But they do sell something like it on Amazon. I could link, you know, something down below. Okay, so we done with that. Now we're not done texturing, because now we're gonna put, you know, when you make the scoop, that excess that's at the end. So you're just gonna roll out a worm. Oops, this clay is really stretchy. You're gonna roll out a worm, because that's what we're gonna. Man, I got this clay all under my nails, and it looks so gross. It looks so gross. Okay, so you're just gonna roll out a worm, and that's what you're gonna put around the. I don't think I need this big old piece though, because I don't want the. Maybe I do need it. All right. I don't know if I want it to be thick or thin. I don't know. I got issues. But it can't be too thin, because the ice cream scoops are huge. Right? So it can't be too thin. Okay, I think this is good enough. So now find your back piece. Let me see where my back piece is. Right here, because that's where I'm going to start. Always keep the ugly stuff in the same direction. And I'm just going to go around like this. And make sure you keep all the ugly parts to the back. So there you go. Now make sure you press it up against the other piece of ice cream, so that when you so when it dries, it's touching and it won't crack. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in there, like, make sure it's. This is a ball tool. I have a whole set. I love these ball tools. I'm just gonna make sure that everything is touching, because I don't want it to come apart. I don't want it to crack. Then just get your toothbrush and you texture that too. Okay. Who had ice cream already this year? I don't know what's up with the weather over here, but it's really not like warm yet. Like, one day it's warm, the next day you have your jacket back on. It's a little weird, but I mean, I'm thankful for it. At least it's not snow, you know. But so this is my front. So make sure you get, you know, everything is touching. And that's the first scoop. Looks pretty good, right? Now we're gonna do the second scoop. What's your favorite ice cream? Mine's is butter pecan. I love butter pecan. Love it. That's my favorite. And then I like pistachio too. This clay under my nails is really getting on my nerves, but now ain't the time. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So you're gonna, well, it's getting a little top heavy. Maybe I should have put a piece of, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my block. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my block. I'm gonna show y'all. This is what else you can use if you don't have that. Get you a piece of styrofoam. Stick a skewer in it. Now you're probably not gonna see the ice cream though. Can you still see it? But that's up. I'll lift this up a little higher. Okay, but that's another way you can hold your ice cream. So I'm gonna roll another got 4 pieces on here. So I'm gonna roll out another clay worm. Try to roll it about the same size as you did the last one. I think I got too much clay here. Let's start over. Since I'm not using that, don't need. Did you guys like the bee decor and stuff? I just was trying to do something different. Plus, I told you I want to use up some clay and stuff. Like, spackle is, I know I said it before and y'all probably sick of me saying it, but the price of spackle has, like, really gone up. It's just, I mean, I have some in my stash, but I know a lot of you guys can't really be finding it at Dollar Tree, and it's just expensive. That's it, period. Alright, so I got my worm. Now I'm gonna bring my cone back over here because I want to start at the back. Like I said, keep all the ugly parts to the back, and then you're just gonna go around, round, and take off whatever you don't need. Now go back there and make sure everything is touching. Blend it real good so that it looks good. Make it touch. Then you get your toothbrush and you come in there and you give it that texture that it needs. And when you're giving the texture, you're also pushing it into the other part of the ice cream so that it becomes one. It sticks to itself and you don't have to worry about it cracking. Okay? I mean, you can make this bigger if you want the worm that goes around it bigger. But that's how it's looking so far. 2 scoops. You could always stretch this down. Stretch it up. Make sure it becomes one. You want it to look like one whole piece of ice cream. So blend that part where they meet. You want to blend that to make it look like one ice cream, okay? This one could use some more blending. So just make sure you get into those cracks. So it looks like one big ice cream. Like that. Now you got 2 scoops of ice cream. And you can always define it. That's the one thing about, it's not like spackle, you can't touch it. The clay you can touch. And you can fix and you can blend and you can do so many things to it and not worry about it like getting totally messed up. Okay, so we got our 2 scoops. 2 scoops. I wish I could put it back in here. I really like this. See, it stands if it wants to, but then it might fall because I want you guys to see it. So I was thinking about putting like a whipped cream type thing on the top, and I'm gonna try to do it with this cookie cutter to give it like a drip look. Let's see how it turns out, people. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna just roll this out, but I like to roll it flat, so I'm just rolling it with one of my layers of sticks because I don't like it to be too thick. But let's go. See how this is gonna go. Got a little bit of the brown clay and the white clay, but hey, it is what it is. I don't even know if this is big enough, but what I like to do before I put my cutter on the clay, I like to wet it up a little bit. This is just a wet wipe. See if it helps it release. And this cutter, I'm going to show y'all in a minute. It has like these little crevices, or I don't know what you want to call them, but I'm going to show you right now. Always take the clay off first. All the excess, take it off first. Because, okay, so this is what I'm talking about. You see this part right here? Take that off because, oh, I'm telling y'all, it's always something. Just remove that. Because when you take this off, you don't want it to touch that. You see that? It's already touching that. And it doesn't look good. You can see, I'm going to show you right now. You see it? Like the edges. It's like a little raggedy. But I'm going to go in there with my finger and a stick and try to like smooth it out, because I don't want it to look like that. So use a toothpick or whatever. Because y'all know I got issues and stuff like that. It bothers me a lot. And this is where these tools like this come in handy. Because the tip is silicone, so it won't stick to the clay, and it helps you. Alright. So, now I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to put it on top of this. So it looked like a drip or something. You see that? I think I put it too far in the front. That's what I'm telling you. This is not my thing. But I'm trying new stuff, you know. So that's how it's going to look. I mean, I could have put it to the back a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm going to flatten mine down a little. I don't really like for it to look too... But that's that. That's how it looks. I think it looks okay, but I'm very hard on myself. See, now I don't want to stay. Now I want to act up. Okay, so now this is what I wanted to show y'all. This is going to be fun. I'm going to put sprinkles on that, but I'm going to do it after I do all of this. I'm going to clean up a little bit because y'all know I can't take too much mess. It really... So I'm going to take some more white clay. This white clay is pretty moist. So I don't really need that much. Okay, so let's switch here for a minute. I have one of these. Now, you can get you one of these from Dollar Tree. It comes with a couple of tips. Wait, no, not this kind. This kind is not from Dollar Tree. They don't have this kind. They have one that you can put in a piping bag. But did I see this at Dollar Tree? I think they do have this at Dollar Tree. But anyway, if you can find you a cheap one of these, like icing tube, you can get that. But I'm going to use this. Big Mama Jamma. No, I can't use this because I don't have the tip. The other one has a tip. But I could use this. I'm going to use this tip right here. Let me take it off. They do sell the tips. I don't have the tips. But this is a cookie press. If you have this, you can use that. I'm going to use that. Okay? Now, you don't have to go out and buy your cookie press. Like I said, I'm going to do it with both. I'm going to do it with both so you can see how it looks. Okay? Now, I'm going to fill this up with some clay. And then I'm going to put the tip back on. I mean, y'all know what I'm saying. And I'm going to, why do you embarrass me all the time? Okay, so now you take it, right, and you gotta push it down a little bit. And then you take the gun. Why is it not working? Okay, there you go. And you see that? And look, you can make your swirls for on top of you. Let me come this way. You can take it and make your swirl for on top of a cake. I mean your ice cream. Like if you're having trouble with it, you can use that. You can make borders for your cakes and stuff. So I'm going to show you how to use this one from the Dollar Tree. So now this is a little cheaper. So you cannot put too much clay in here because it might pop this part out. Okay, now this one you can't. You're going to just put enough clay in here. Don't put too much because it might pop the top out. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want to pop the top out. So just put enough. And then just make sure you twist this on. And look. Now if you want, you can hold this down just to make sure that you see that? Oop. It didn't pop the bottom out, but it popped the top out. So just be careful with this. I mean, it's a cheaper alternative. You could find, you see that? It popped out. But if you could find one like this with these tips, you'd be good to go. And the one thing about this, it cleans up so nicely. I'm going to try this again because this is the one that I want for the top of my ice cream. So I'm going to put that back in there. Now what you can do is tape it off and that way it won't come off. Or just do it very slowly. Let me put this over here. Just do it very slowly so that it won't come out. Like if you put too much pressure, it'll want to pop out. So just take your time and do it slowly. And like I showed you guys before, you could also use a piping bag. I should have went this way. That way I could have a nice long one. Because I want this. See? Either it'll pop off from the bottom or it'll pop off from the top. I mean, as an alternative, you can still use it. And you can also make the clay softer by adding a little bit of water. But I just want to add it to the top of my my ice cream. Like a little swirly type, like you know, like whipped cream. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to come back like this. And just go on. And make my little swirl. I don't know if I like the way that look. Which I really don't like the way that look. But you see what I did? And then I'm going to put a cherry on top. So it really doesn't even matter. I'm just trying to show y'all some techniques here. Here go my cherry right here. Which I'm going to stick some glue on. real quick. Put this right here. I'm going to put some glue on my cherry and stick it to the top. Of my ice cream. Try to make sure I find the top. I mean, not the top, the front. And I'm going to stick my cherry in there. See that? This is kind of tall, but... And I'm also going to put some sprinkles on here. I really like to have this flattened down, but you can make the drips come down more if you want. I want it to come down more. So I'm kind of just pushing it down a little more. Okay, I'm going to put some sprinkles on it. So I got my tacky glue, and I'm going to just put some tacky glue on this part right here. And brush it with my brush. And put some sprinkles on there. Because you can't have ice cream without sprinkles. So just get your brush. Spread the glue. Make sure you get up underneath the swirl. So the sprinkles get up in there. So now get my sprinkles. I got some really bright, colorful sprinkles for this. I need to get something to pour it on because then I can't pick it up. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the sprinkles on, but I'm gonna put some underneath. Ever try picking sprinkles up off of silicone? It's terrible. So anyway, you're just gonna take your cone. You're just gonna take our cone and pour sprinkles on it. Because you gotta have sprinkles on your ice cream. And I'm really not going to do too much. You can make this as fancy and as pretty as you want. It's totally up to you. You can put a drip on it if you want. And some sprinkles right here. Just, cover it up with some sprinkles. This thing is so big. I should have made a smaller one, but, go big or go home, right? Make sure you get those sprinkles up in that corner. And some more sprinkles. Sprinkles. So I got these sprinkles from Play Code 3. Also a discount code down below. If you want to get you some, hold on, I don't want no sprinkles all up. I'm so funny. I don't want no sprinkles on the middle of my cone. Either you're going to be on that, or you're not going to be on it at all. Okay. Come on, y'all. Get where you got to go. See, if this was spackle, you couldn't touch it. But since it's clay, you could really, mess with it and stuff. I don't like these sprinkles up there. I'm just funny, y'all. Y'all do however, okay? Because, when you get an ice cream cone, the sprinkles are perfect, right? Look, I done stabbed the ice cream. Now, make sure you get all these little ones that's just hanging around by themselves. No. You either hang out with the sprinkle posse or you don't hang out at all. And that's it. See how the top look with the little swirl, some sprinkles, all that good stuff. So my peeps, that's it. Here's your big, massive. You don't have to do it this big, but. And you don't have to make it all chocolate. You can make one strawberry, one chocolate, one vanilla, whatever you want. It's totally up to you. See this back seam? That's why I tell you to keep all the uglies to the back. That way you don't have to see it. So what you think about this ice cream? I like it. And we use clay. No spackle involved at all. That's the best part. Now, all you that been buying clay, make you an ice cream. There's no excuse. You scared of spackle. You didn't. If you mess up the clay, take it off, rip it off, re-roll it, put it back on as many times as you need to. All right, my peeps? So I'm going to talk to y'all later. Don't forget to like this video, share it in your craft group, leave me a comment and tell me what you think, if you're going to make one or did you like this one, because you know I'm not really a whimsy person, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, okay? And it's fun. This is fun. I love crafting and I want you guys to love crafting. Don't get frustrated about it. Crafting's supposed to be fun, okay? If it don't bring you joy and you get frustrated, just leave it alone for a minute. Come back to it later. Because sometimes I do that. Something doesn't work out for me. What I do is I just, you know what? I'm going to leave this alone right now. I'll pick it up a day or two later and things turn out better. Because, you know, sometimes you just need to stop, think for a minute. What am I doing wrong? How can I make it better? Blah, 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 blah. And you'll be so happy once you accomplish what you set out to do. So don't get frustrated. Don't put yourself down. You know what? Everything takes time. And you can do it. I know you can. And then when you do it, let me see it. Come on Facebook and share your picture with me. Send me a message. Or you can message me on Instagram. You can tag me on Instagram. All that good stuff. All right, guys? So I hope you guys like this. And I hope you go make you one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Gotta make that mistake before I go. I'll talk to you all soon. Stay safe, stay happy, and keep on crafting, guys. God bless you. Bye.